So it does look like it's a case of one in, one out, one re-signed. Everybody, I'm bopping along because the video just stopped, so I imagine it's finished now. Russ and the West End Network. Hope you're safe and well. Hope your Friday is going well. We've had a good day. It's sometimes at the end of the day, has it been an up day or has it been a down day for you? And I think as West Ham fans, I think it's been a bit of an up day. Let's be honest. We started 9 o'clock with the official announcement of Calvin Phillips signing on loan to the end of the season. Obviously, no option to buy or obligation to buy, but a dry loan, as they call it. Irish Tommy's going to be talking about it later on tonight in a bit more detail, so make sure you join in for the Late Show to give that a little pluggeroony. And so that's good. That's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the fill-in. It's like when you're having a performance review, it's called a shit sandwich. You have something good, something bad in the middle, which is like the shit bit, obviously, and then something good at the end. So it's like the shits in the middle. So that's good. Yeah. Calvin Phillips is good. It is good. And we've been going into a lot of detail in terms of what's coming up and what we think he's going to bring to the side. So go back and check out loads of videos on the channel and other channels as well. But we're going to talk about the middle bit. The not good bit, and that's surrounding Mr. Pablo Fornals. Now, we've spoken about this. Anton's spoken about it as well. It does look like it's a case of farewell Fornals, or adios, as it should be. Adios, El Bo, El Cockney. It does seem, according to news outlet Dario Ace, the Spanish news outlet today, that Pablo has apparently said sí to Real Betis in La Liga as they look to negotiate a transfer for the West Ham midfielder. The Spanish outlet said that obviously West Ham's former manager and a manager who brought him to West Ham, Manuel Pellegrini, is and has been very interested in re-signing the 27-year-old after he brought him to the London Stadium when he was in charge at West Ham from Villarreal. So Fornals is yes on the table, with the player keen on a change of scenery and opportunity to play under Pellegrini once more. And also, he believes he'll get regular game time and bring the best out of him, and also help him potentially get back into the Spanish national side, particularly as they enter a Euros season. A bit of a you have to get going. You've only got a few months until they pick the side, but we'll see. His arrival apparently is a priority for Real Betis, who are looking to negotiate the fee down to around £6.8 million, with West Ham obviously keen on a higher fee for him after we signed him for £24 million back in 2019. I think it was June 2019, that summer. Obviously, selling Fornals would represent about a £20 million loss, and so you can see why we are keen to get as much money out of the Spaniards transfer as possible. Obviously, we his desire to leave is clear. His contract is now expiring in the next summer. It was due to expire this summer, but we obviously offered him he took a 1-year deal extension to keep that going, so that would obviously generate a higher fee than if he wasn't in the last 18 months. If he's in the last 6 months, a lot less, if not nothing at all. He's only started 4 Premier League games this season, which obviously isn't regular enough for someone who's coming probably just out of the peak of his career now. Last year he still made 50 appearances, albeit sub appearances and starting games as well. So he's a fan favourite. So yes, the Calvin Phillips deal is great and fantastic, but it will leave a slight sour taste in some people's mouths. But for me personally, and again, this is just my own opinion, it does show us how our squad has developed. The rhetoric would say, "Oh, but he was good enough last year." Yeah, he was, but our squad's better than it was last year. So the competition for places is greater than it was last year. And so, we've got a very strong 11, which is what Moyes likes to, he is using just that 11 really. But when Pablo's been called on, he's always put his heart and soul into it. And I just think we've got, you look at would I pick Pablo Fornals or fit Calvin Phillips in my side? I'd probably pick a fit Calvin Phillips, in all honesty. Some people put Pablo, and that's it. That's your view. But I just think our squad is developing now, and it's becoming a lot stronger, and there's a lot more competition for places. And so, unfortunately, I think personally we bite the bullet and let him go. If we can get 7 million, 7.5 million, it's not great. It's not a return on investment. The money we spent back in 5 years ago, where it was, but it is something for nothing, and it obviously can go towards the potential, the extra few million we need to add to the Ibrahim Osman deal, or pay some wages for Jota, or vice versa. So we'll wait and see what happens. If it is clear why, it's quite clear he wants to leave, and I think we shouldn't stand in his way, in all honesty, if we've got the cover. I think that's what we've got to make sure. As long as we've got the cover, I think, thank you for your service, Pablo, and good luck to you. Good luck to you, my friend. Anton did he almost started crying when he was doing a little video on it yesterday, to go back and check it out. Not laughing at Anton crying, but still. So that's the shit bit. Now we're going to talk about a good bit to finish off, and it's about Callum Marshall, and it's news that's broken the last couple of hours. He's due to go out on loan to Championship side West Brom. Fantastic loan deal for him, I think, and would be a real great experience for him, and it shows how highly he's thought of amongst other league sides. Because usually, I mean, no disrespect, but someone like Freddie, Gideon, they're going to Wickham, who are 17th in League One. You've got what's his name? Forson's at Dagenham and Redbridge. Yes, Flynn's at Southampton, but he's a first team player, really. Someone like Heggie was at Stevenage before he went to Den Bosch. So to go to a Championship side is a fantastic achievement, and just shows how highly thought of he is. Obviously, top goal scorer in the PL2. Be interesting if he plays tonight. I'll be surprised if he does now. West Ham take on Stoke in the PL2 at Rush Green. 7 p.m. kickoff. Make sure you get there. Come and say hi if you see me. But as part of that deal, we weren't going to send him out on loan until he signed a new contract. And according to X, West Ham have secured the long-term future of Callum Marshall, with the player signing a new deal with the club. And as part of that, he's now set to leave West Brom for the rest of the season, which I think is fantastic. It's reported that they have been he's signing a new 2.5-year contract, which, because of that, it's enabled him to now go on loan and continue his development. That's a similar situation we're finding ourselves in with Brom at the moment. We're not going to send him out on loan when his contract runs out in summer. But if he signs a new deal, he goes out on loan. That's basically what happens. Patrick Kelly obviously signed another 2.5-year deal earlier last week, as well as tying down Ezra Mayers to his first pro deal at West Ham. X was quoted as saying, young player, great future ahead of him. He could have taken lower league options on loan, but the standard of football West Brom gives him the opportunity and gives him the perfect place to showcase his talents. He's a top lad from a lovely family, and he'll be a success with the passionate fan base that West Brom have. And I totally agree. Knowing firsthand, he's a right good character, old Callum, and him and Nobes have a very, very funny relationship. And obviously that's been part of clearly Mark's sort of and him and the club as a whole, in terms of their sort of, what's the word, blueprint or something like that. It's not really what I'm thinking of, but getting these guys tied into real long contracts for youngsters. I mean, 2.5-year deals is great. Obviously we can offer him more and more as he progresses, but the idea is to maintain his value and hopefully get some good game time at West Brom, and we'll come back all ready for next year. That's it. Just a couple of little tidbits that have happened in the last few hours. So I thought I'd bring them to you as per usual. As I said, check out Irish Tommy tonight, the Late Show, talking about Calvin Phillips, and also just to mark your card, tomorrow, the man, the myth, the legend, Dodsey. We've got Dodsey on the channel doing a My Hammers 11, talking about travelling, the length of 4 hours each way to get to London Stadium from his house, and all the flights, and you know, and his you know, his early memories of West Ham, his early memories at Lupton Park, and why he became a Hammer. Really good story about why he became a Hammer, and also his My Hammers 11, which is a little strange. We'll just say that a few players, I think I was like, so much so that I didn't have pictures of them because they were that random. Anyway, that's it. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith. Don't forget to keep liking the buttons, hitting them, like buttons, and subscribe and become a channel member. Become a channel member. Oh, it's over there. Channel members. We've got some great prizes for our members draw this week or this month for February. Signed West Ham shirt, latest West Ham shirt, signed by the current team, the likes of Caduceus on there, JWP, as well as West Ham football as well. Members always get into our monthly draws to win some signed stuff. Anyway, until then, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and come on your eyes. If I see you down Rush Green tonight, say hello. See ya. Bye bye.